All right, I think I got it going. I'm gonna try this again. Dave Hottenstein, owner of Gallery 67 Restoration and Classics. Restore cars here, old cars, old trucks. I got a 67 GTO, the camera's sitting on there. Got a 73 GTO sitting over there. 73 Cutlass. I just got done. 59 El Camino. Anyway, one-man shop here, and one of the hardest things to do yourself is removing a hood, be it off a Chevy truck, and that's kind of what it takes 3 guys to ideally remove one, minimum of 2, but this tool that I built is, you can do it with 1 guy and an engine crane. So one day about, it was 2 years ago, I got a provisional patent on this thing. I took 3 days to design one. I was just like, I gotta do something. I gotta make something so I can do this with me. Okay, so I came up with this design called a hood lift, hood grapple is the provisional patent name. But I got a 73 GTO hood here. I will demonstrate this with on the tool. So anyway, this is the tool. Fits on the end of an engine crane, as you can see. That's probably one of the more popular engine cranes because of the size of the boom. Worked out great for this piece of metal here. It's a little overdone, but it was laying around here when I got it, so it fit right over here perfectly, so I used it. Put a pinch bolt on it, but again, you can slide this piece up and back and forth on the boom. And then I had another bigger pipe that fits very tight with this pipe. Couple pinch bolts on here. I got to put a T-bar on them yet, but again, this is a prototype. Extends out. Got a wrist, so to speak. If this pivots, pull this bolt. I'm going to put a detente pin in there in the newer ones. But anyway, this will pivot. You can grab a hold of the hood with these fingers and be it picking it up off the floor or where have you, or under the hood. You can set it at whatever angle you want, put the pin in the holes there, and then attach these fingers onto attachment points on the hood, which I'll show you. But you can set this at any angle you need with the main boom, or you can set each individual angle with this here. You can slide these back and forth on this pipe, slide these fingers back and forth on to grab wherever you need to be on the hood. Tighten these up. I used a sandblasting actually last week to hold this hood vertically, and I had it in a vertical position like this, and I sandblasted the back side of that hood. And then I rolled it back in the shop, stuck out the door far enough. It was a nice day to blast. Today's not so nice, even though it's sunny, but it's cold and snowy. But on the 73 hood, you usually got an attachment point somewhere in all these old hoods, be it here on the very edge, or here is a good spot here. But I think if I remember right, when I took this hood off, the hinge is in the road. You can grab just this corner right here. You can grab just that corner, but I think I grabbed this part here next to that on both sides. Here and on the front side of the hood, there was, these holes here. I just clamped it in there. If there is nothing up in the front, the big enough hooks, you can just grab the outer side of the hood, like right here, anywhere along. But I made the wide beam, the main beam there, wide enough to extend out far enough to grab, a Chevy truck hood or a Ford truck hood. And it's all built heavy enough to handle the weight of these hoods. I've been using it 2 years and I haven't broken anything yet on it, so But the next ones I want to build a little better, a little neater, but this is a prototype. I mean, that's why I'm seeing if there's any interest, anybody wants one. 325 bucks. I'll make you one. The only thing I would need is this dimension of the boom of your engine crane, be it round or this size here, which is pretty popular. I can't think of the brand name of it, but it's a fold-up one. But they work great. Need something with a little heft to hold these big old hoods. So I will get this set in place, and there's one last thing here I want to show you what this will do. This not only can grab a hood, but you can set this thing vertically, turn it like so, set the pinch bolt back there, and look what you got. Now you got a parts tree. And with extra pieces of these, I've got extra ones I made. You put 3 on the top. You can hold fenders and doors, and it's strong enough to hold. I had mid-6 Chevy truck doors on this thing. You just set these where you want. Use these hooks here to hold the door. Usually takes 3 per door or fender. 2 to hold it, and then 1 to, to hold the door straight out, or however you want it. But these are long enough to, all you gotta do is turn these like that, and they stick out and hold it away from the main beam. And these are, 2.5 feet, I think. But anyway, that's how you can use it. It works great. I do have another parts tree around here somewhere that, it's right there, holding the fenders of the JTO. But it acts like that tool there. So it's really, you take your engine crane and you can transform that tool, and you buy this tool, you got 2 more. A parts tree and a lift. So anyway, I'm going to turn this thing back horizontally and clamp onto this hood. Okay, what I did is I masked off the edge because I had this painted, and I want to flip this hood over and prime it. So I had to do the NASA scoop outlets there so I didn't splatter any primer on the inside. But as you can see, where these holes were, I attached the clamps off these fingers. Didn't have to really adjust it much because I just disconnected it, a few days ago from sandblasting, and then I put it back on the stand to paint it. So I just reattached these, and now I'll pick it up and right off the stand just by now jacking it up. And as you can see, it's lifting it up, no problem. Like I said, it's built strong enough to be able to handle about any hood. So as you can see now, it's off of the stand and ready to flip over on its top, so to speak. I'll put this camera down here. Show you how this kind of works. I'll let it stand out. And sometimes the engine crane will roll on you a little bit, so I'll put my foot there. You can see, you can turn this, flip this head right around, and put the pin in the hole, and there you go. You got it now set vertically. Now I can lower it down, any working height to that's about right for what I'm going to be doing with it here, priming it. Gotta sand it yet, give it some 180 before the epoxy and the 2K primer. But I actually used this, or left the hood on this. Had a little body work here to do, and up there toward the front. But I did all the stripping of this hood on this tool. I stripped it all, and once you get all your T-bars tight, you usually don't have any problem with it. But again, if you went to put this on back on the car, you just raise it up whatever height it needs to be, and set the angle of the hood. Obviously, the hinges will be, in the open position. And you just set the tilt on the hood. One guy, you can push it in, get the bolts all started, and detach it. Okay, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. If you want one of these, get a hold of me. You can text 608-778-1031. I'm also on the big Facebook, Gallery 67 Restorations on Facebook. Send me a message on there. My phone, I don't have it set up to take voicemails. There's so much spam and junk out there now. If I don't know the number, I don't answer it. Okay, so again, text me. Then I know you're real. But that's it. $325. American made. I make it. And I designed it for working man, one-man shop in mind. And again, it will, it turns sideways and turns into a parts tree. You can hang doors or fenders on it, whatever else. Just by adding another $25, I think, for the fingers attachments to go on that bar. You would need 2 extra, really, so you got 2 to hold and 1 to adjust your, pivot point or vertical on your fender or door. Okay, again, hopefully I get a few orders on that and you'll be pleased with it. Thank you very much.